Is everything you've been told about the Charlie Kirk assassination a lie? And if it is, what can be eliminated to get to the truth? You were told that a 22-year-old man named Tyler Robinson lay on top of a rooftop building at UVU and at 12:23 p.m. local time, September 10, 2025, fired a single shot that took the life of Charlie Kirk. At a press conference shortly after, Utah Governor Spencer Cox said, "We have an opportunity to bring closure," as if to say, we should look no further. But like many of you, I noticed things that didn't add up. Thanks to the dedication of many content creators, we have many theories ranging from a bullet deflecting off a bulletproof vest to a shot from behind and even an exploding microphone. Let's start by eliminating the big one, the idea that Charlie was shot with this bolt-action rifle found near the scene, photographed not with the towel it was supposedly wrapped in, but in a handily sized cardboard box. Ballistic experts and snipers repeatedly state this rifle obliterates targets. This YouTube channel did a test by firing at 2 wood panels, 5 cutting boards, and 16 inches of ballistic gel, simulating the density of a deer shoulder. They did show actual animal remains, which is too graphic to show here, but the devastation was immense and would have painted the backdrop behind Charlie Kirk and gone through his body and probably even the backdrop. But the surgeon said the bullet would have taken down a moose or two, an elk. Yet it didn't go through because Charlie's body stopped it. Let's remember that. Now let's explore the shooter behind theory. If Charlie was shot from behind, the visible wound on his neck would be the exit wound, meaning a bullet should have been found nearby since it exited Charlie's neck. We've been shown images recently of bullets with anti-ice messages from the shooting at the Dallas ice facility, but we haven't been shown the bullet used on Charlie Kirk. If a bullet did exit through the neck, could that explain why the site was repaved 2 days later? Was there gunshot residue or a strike mark on the ground they needed to cover up? Numerous EMTs and medical professionals have commented that the blood behavior from Charlie's neck was off. A severed artery causes arterial spray, pulsing, bursting spurts of blood that can go as far as 6 feet, versus venous bleeding that is a steady flow of blood. It seems what I saw was neither. It seemed to be an initial propulsion of blood, which then stopped. No spatter on the backdrop, no trail, no pooling of blood to the SUV that we heard of. Charlie's white shoes were clearly seen as he was loaded into the SUV. It's as if the bleeding was designed to be visible but limited. Now we get to the theory that Charlie wasn't shot with any gun, but in fact was killed by his microphone, not the handheld mic, but the mic clipped to his shirt, the lav mic. Any glance at declassified documents will show you that media gear is perfect for covert ops. Why? Because cameras, pens, and microphones are trusted, as are other everyday items. In 1978, Bulgarian dissident George Markov was killed by a poisoned umbrella tip. In 1978, a video is circulating where someone claims we see smoke puffing from Charlie's chest at the moment of collapse, which would support a weaponized mic theory. What struck me the most was the physics of Charlie's shirt. If shot from the front, you fall backwards. If you shot from behind, you fall forward. Charlie's body seemed to convulse and fall sideways. His shirt moves as if jolt from within, not from a bullet. Could a pre-positioned device have delivered a lethal electrical pulse, triggered remotely, a high-voltage arc flash? If what we see is smoke, could there have been a micro-incendiary charge in the mic housing, burned insulation or fibers of Charlie's shirt? But there are no signs of a burn on the exterior of Charlie's shirt. What if this is steam, flash heat, sweat vaporizing, but not enough to ignite the shirt? How would the body react to a mass shock of voltage? Convulsion? A muscle twitch, kind of like what we saw? But what about the blood? If someone wanted an electrocution or a fatal dose of neurotoxin. To look like a shooting, they would need visible trauma, but not a forensic nightmare that could be analyzed. A microdot with a coagulant could do that. Initial burst of blood, no prolonged external bleeding, no cleanup nightmare. Enough for the cameras, but not enough for investigators. A full analysis should be done on Charlie's t-shirt fibers for burns, scorched insulation, fusing of the fibers, the lav mic and battery pack, the audio waveform recorded before his collapse. Was there any static, any pops, any anomalies at all? Why was the camera removed behind Charlie? Why was the stage paved 2 days later? And who did this? Was this pre-scheduled? A random reno of UVU grounds? Was it UVU maintenance staff or an external contractor? And where did the soil go that was removed? Surely it had blood on it since it was part of a crime scene. Wouldn't there be blood all over the backdrop? Where did the backdrop go? Because surely there's some spatter. We've all seen Dexter. We know how much crucial evidence can be found in a single drop. The projectile and direction of this blood. Was a blood spatter expert called to examine the canopy while it was still intact? Or is it possible that we all witnessed a covert delivery system of something fatal to Charlie Kirk, followed by immediate evidence suppression via full site sanitation? Was there a pre-positioned device, either in the mic or even Charlie's chair, which we know was moved and stood on for the camera removal right after the assassination? Was the device triggered remotely? No projectile has been presented to us, but I did catch something I haven't seen anyone else show. First, I saw these clips where people point out that something moves down past Charlie's knees after the supposed shot. We see it here. Another clip shows a line of some sort lifting behind Charlie's neck with speculation. Could it be blood? Candace Owens said this was Charlie's necklace. She was sure of it. But could it have been something else? In this footage, what I notice is something that looks almost like a ball bearing is falling from the direction of Charlie's neck. What is this? It falls on the ground, surely, the ground that was removed. This is a massive clue, because what is it a substance, part of a bullet moving forward, part of a casing of a micro-pneumatic device that created the visible wound and may have delivered a dose of coagulant, or was it a metal fragment of Charlie's necklace, chipped off? What was it? With a crime scene completely sanitized, will we ever know? These are, of course, my own speculations, but perhaps it is food for thought. In the next video, I will share my thoughts on the drone theory and more. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comments. Take care.